Hello everybody, today I have yet another project video for all of you. This is yet another upgrade on my portable CE Electronics elevator position floor indicator display. Now, before we get started with anything else, I know I haven't made much elevator content in a while, but I'm back to making another elevator related project type of video for all of you. So, let's go ahead and see what's new with my CE elevator display that I've had since February of this year. So obviously, the left side here is obviously the same, with all of the same buttons and whatnot. This is the control panel right here, which is on the side. So nothing really much has changed at all. And of course on the top, if you haven't seen my last project-related video, I have added a floor passing chime, which is just a simple piezo buzzer, which I bought off of Amazon, which came in a pack of 5 for a total of $17, which isn't bad at all. So this is the button right here. Handle is still the same. This was original. And of course, our power, which is this switch right here, that's still the same. But the thing that you all have been waiting for is this. That's right. I bought another CE elevator display off of eBay last week. And what was awesome about it is that it included the plastic lens that you see on a lot of ThyssenKrupp elevators and other elevator brands. So yes, I have bought another CE elevator display, but this time it came with the lens, which is amazing. So, and it turned out to be very realistic looking. So what I had to do is I had to grind a little bit of this plastic up top here. I don't know if you can see it in the low light, but I had to grind a little bit since the lens did not fit when I tried it out. This took a total of 90 minutes when I did this surgery on the front of my display. So yeah, as you see, I had to grind a little bit more just to get this elevator lens, the elevator indicator lens, to fit inside of this hole. And what I also did is I also hot glued some of the parts to seal any, holes or anything like that, so no erosion happens, like, no rusting occurs or anything like that, or no water gets in and destroys all of the components. So yeah, that is what I did. So yeah, this CE elevator display right here is brand new. So yeah, so what I did with the old display is I ripped it out, still original. This was the display that I used since the time of the project. I used this display for 6 months straight, but now I might use this CE elevator display for something different. So, and yes, it's still the same as always. I just am going to plan on using it for something else. Like if I get another elevator controller, I might use it for like a little display module, like hang it up on the wall and show floors and whatnot, if you were actually in a real elevator and whatnot. So, and yes, I have another CE elevator display right here, which I plan on using very soon for another project. Right now it's just connected to a 9-volt battery and it just lights up, which looks really nice. That one's in red and this one's in blue. So yeah, these two CE elevator displays right here are going to be used for somewhere in the future. I don't know when, but it'll definitely be soon. And of course, my 4 biggie kits. So, I also have noticed when I actually use the Chime module on this as well, it's a little lower pitched. It's still a high frequency and whatnot, but it's lower pitched. The pitch is a little bit lower than the one that I used with this CE display here, which I ripped out, but it still works, of course, and I just unscrewed the parts. So yeah, I might as well show you the output of the brightness level of this thing. So it's actually very bright too, considering the fact that this is a brand new indicator. So yeah, and the indicator is actually a little bit smaller. It's like a little bit more compact, so it can fit in smaller elevator COP panels for smaller elevators, like smaller office buildings or, you know, a small mall elevator or something like that, if it was to be for a mod. So yes, and I believe, like I said in the previous project video, I changed out the battery pack. This one is brand new as well, so it'll last for like a good 10 hours straight. There's still 3 dots on the indicator, meaning that it's like at least 75% full of battery life. So this thing has a good 7 to 8 hours of life when on 3/4 of its battery usage. So without further ado, I'm going to go ahead and actually turn off all the lights in this room here so you can actually see how bright the display is. And then I'll turn everything back on, and then I'll show you all of the floors and all that. It's still the same chip like I did in version 1.1 of my CE elevator display, which was probably a good month or so ago after the project was finished. So let me go ahead and switch off some lights in this room here, and we'll be right back. Alright guys, I just turned off all the lights in this room here, except for, you know, of course, the sunlight, natural sunlight coming into here. So let's go ahead and power this up and see how bright this is. There's its initial startup, and this thing is bright. I'm also going to activate both of the arrows, which I know looks weird, but look how bright that is. I'm going to get a different angle so you can see how bright this thing is. Look at that. That is so bright. And you may notice that the color differ is a little bit more aqua-ish blue than the other CE display that I used for when I actually had this CE display inside of here for the first 6 months for when I completed this project. So yeah, as you can see, it's a little bit more aqua-ish blue, which I think is pretty cool if you ask me. So let me go ahead and shut the display off, and we'll turn on all the lights, and then I'll show you all of the floors on this display, and of course the floor passing chime along with that as well. So we'll be right back. Alright guys, I just turned on all of the lights in this room here, so now you can get a better view, and of course the great looking lens, of course, and of course the indicator itself displaying the floor numbers and whatnot. So now we'll go ahead and turn it on once again. So there's its initial startup, and now it's going to sleep, meaning that there's no input right now because it says ZZ. So of course we have our controls. So now I'm going to show you every single floor. It's pretty much the same on the other CE display that I used. So basically it'll just show B, L, and then 1 through 9. So yeah, let's go ahead and I'll show you all the floors. This time I'll show you, we'll take like a simulated round trip from B all the way to 9 without the floor passing chime, like in a Montgomery elevator with someone calling it and no button pushed on the COP. And then we will take it back down from 9 to B, but with the floor passing chime. So let me go ahead and push one of these top buttons to turn it off, and then I'll display a B for basement. And of course, I am going to have the arrow on as well, like if we were in a real elevator here. So let's go ahead and head up to 9. Oops. My bad. There we go. So yeah, that's the top floor right here of the chip. And like I said, off camera, I used the buttons to control what number I want to show on the display. So now I am going to go ahead and push the floor passing chime button. Now the buzzer is going to beep every time. And you may notice, like I said in the beginning of the video, it's going to be a little bit lower. It's going to be lower pitched. The pitch is a little bit lower than the one I had with this display instead. Like I said, I ripped this one out and I put this new one in. So, without further ado, let's head back down to the basement. And there we are. Here we are at the basement. So yeah, like I said, the piezo buzzer is a little lower pitched, which I actually like. Not gonna lie. So yeah, there you go. This is actually a really amazing outcome of how this turned out. I'm really happy with how it turned out as well. I mean, the lens is brand new. Even the CE display is new as well. So yeah, I really hope you enjoyed this video of version 2.0 of my portable CE Electronics elevator display. And if you have any questions, don't hesitate to put them in the comments below. And if you like this video, then please consider smashing the like button and of course subscribing to my channel for upcoming and future videos. So, like I said, please comment, rate, and subscribe. And thank you all very much for watching.